Hi, I'm Rachel Priest, ex-New Zealand wicketkeeper and batter, and now playing my cricket in Tasmania. Um, for International Women's Day, a woman or women that have inspired me was the 2000 New Zealand World Cup winning cricket team. I didn't realise that women's cricket was a thing those years ago, and seeing that there was a path in New Zealand for me to play for my country was really special for me. The theme for International Women's Day this year was Challenge to Change. So the thing that I want to have a part of challenging to change is that the perception that women's cricket isn't as good as men's cricket throughout the world, and hopefully the way that I play cricket might help that.
What do you think it is that you can do to challenge that? What do you think it is in your cricket? Can you prove that there's different shots that you can play that are just as good or better than the men's? Because it shouldn't just be about comparing it's as good, it's better. They are separate, but they're the same sport. So what is it that you can bring to the sport to prove
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the main point that people forget is that they are different sports. Like no female and male sports that both play the same sport should ever be compared, because we have different bodies and we have different ways of doing the same things and scoring runs and taking wickets. But I think it's just that women's cricket has gone a lot more aggressive, and that we can play big shots and, dive and stop, do good fielding and bowl quick as well. So I think it's just the realization that it is a different game, but actually it's not. The women's game with T20 cricket going the way it has changed so much, even in the time that I've been playing. So I think, it's just trying to show that we can be aggressive and we can hit the ball into the stands and we can take really good catches. And, we saw some amazing fielding, just in the last year and some of the tours that we've seen in the Big Bash as well. So, I guess it's just getting people to come and watch first and foremost, and then realizing that, they can really play well.
That's the thing, really, isn't it? It's almost that sort of foot in the door kind of moment. If people see it, then they realize just how great it is. And that's where someone like you as well, because obviously we were at top of your game for so long, for people to see you doing that is another thing that can inspire people to come and watch, but also inspire younger girls that they can do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that needs to be continued, especially in international cricket, is having those double headers and advertising that it's actually a double header, so that people, I've played many years ago, they didn't really advertise that it was a double header. So people would be turning up for the men's game a bit earlier and our game would be finishing. And I've heard so many times, we would have come earlier if we knew we were getting 2 games for the price of 1. You know what I mean? So, I think first and foremost, it's getting people there, like you say. And then, hopefully just realizing that it's something, pretty amazing to watch. And some people prefer to watch women's cricket, some men prefer to watch women's cricket for whatever reason. And I guess it just shows that there is a way for young girls and young boys to come and watch another sport as well.
You've had quite a long career, so you must have seen quite a big change from when you first started out to when you finished.
Yeah, for me, I mean, gosh, the game has changed so much in the time that I've been playing. I mean, I never even thought there would be, the likes of a female Big Bash or the KSL and stuff like that. So that all happened really quickly. It felt like over, when that first started, but that was never something that I thought I would ever personally be involved in. So I feel, really lucky that I was able to do that. But I think it's changed a lot, but it's kind of about time as well. If I think back to that team that won the 2000 World Cup for New Zealand, like they were all full-time probably working, and I know a lot of them took time off work to really focus on getting ready for that World Cup, and that's just not something you would ever think that players would ever have to do now. They're getting paid to play, and that's the way that the game's gone, which is really good. But I do still think there's a long way to go in a lot of countries. Obviously Australia and England are leading the way at the moment and that kind of thing. But there's still a long way to go, but and just in my career, it has changed so much, and it's been really special to be a part of that.
So if you had something you could say to a youngster wanting to get into the sport, what would your piece of advice or inspirational motivation be?
Oh, this is always a hard question, isn't it? I think for me, like, cricket is a team sport, but it's filled up with people that are individuals, and I think for me, there's not one way to play cricket. There's not one style. So I think if you really love cricket and you find something that works for you, whether it's no one would say my wicket keeping style is that technical, and that's fine because it works for me. So I think just along the way, coaches are going to try and change and change the way that you do things. But if you really do find something that works for you, and I think just stick to it and really kind of keep that individual sense of how you're trying to play the game, because there really isn't one way to play this game. And if we all hit the same shots all the time, it'd be pretty boring for people to watch. So and there's just so many different shots and ways to do things these days as well. So even that's changed in the time I've been playing. I still can't master the old lap shot, but I'm trying. I think I might be too old for it now. But yeah, I think just if you find something that works for you, and it might, even if it is a little bit different, then just go with it, because it's nice to have your own style.
Yeah. And what about if they feel they're not sure they can do it and they can go into women's cricket? You just want to tell them that it's there, you can do it, and there's a career there for them, because some girls might I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, for sure. I think particularly like in the UK, for sure, there's definitely a pathway for people to have this as their job, which is really amazing. Little kids now, there actually is a career pathway, and they can do something that they really love as their job, which is a pretty amazing thing, and not everyone gets to do that. So I think why not give it a go? If you really love something, then give it a go, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It doesn't, like, international sport or playing sport for your job isn't for everyone. It's not the easiest thing to do, and a lot of it, as I said earlier, is on opinions, and that whole selection thing can be tough. But yeah, I think why not give it a go, especially with all of the stuff that's being done, particularly, as I said, in the UK for women's cricket. There's just so many programs and so many people that are really trying to push it forward, and it's, as we've seen, they've been really successful over the last few years, and they're only going to keep getting better, and there's only going to be more and more resource and time put into it.